Hello everyone, my name is Braden Butler. This is my social justice speech. So most of us can come home after a long day and recoup with a fresh meal and a nice bed and, watch some TV, maybe some Netflix and unwind. And a lot of times these are things that can go underappreciated or just not even noticed on a day-to-day basis. But too often in our own communities, too close to home, that there are people that don't have these luxuries of even a meal or a nice bed or a house. And just to illustrate how close to home these things can be, according to the Cincinnati Homeless Coalition, over 28,000 households in the city have an annual income below $23,000. So that's right at the poverty line, and those are the people that are very much in danger of homelessness. So that just really shows how big of a problem it is even in our own community right here in Cincinnati. So someday you may experience some hard times, you may get down on your luck or, make a sequence of decisions that can cause you to become in danger of or actually homeless. So homelessness is a persistent problem that needs to be addressed on a localized and personal level to be effectively combated. So first I would just like to describe the problem itself and a little bit about what's being done as a common practice, what's being done. So homelessness is probably more severe and more common than you might think. According to the U.S. Interagency Council on Homelessness, homelessness means individuals who lack a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence. So this is a pretty broad definition. So that definition can encompass a lot more people than you might think. So malnourishment is a big problem among the homeless community or those in danger of becoming homeless. This lack of nourishment and not only just a lack of food in general, but a lack of healthy food can make a bad situation even worse for somebody who's in this situation. They can go from having health problems and medical bills that landed them on the streets to a lack of nourishment causing their health problems and such to be even worse. So I would also like to talk a little bit about sort of the stigma around homelessness and how they tend to be viewed as people who've made poor decisions in their lives or perhaps are addicted to drugs or things like that. But many of the homeless people in our community are a victim of circumstances that we cannot comprehend as a result of some of the privileges that we have and take for granted. So just keep that in mind that you don't really know someone until you walk in their shoes. Not only, but so some of these factors can be like domestic violence, could be like secondary drug use, so like a drug use of a family member or like a parent if it's a young person that's homeless. Now that we have a better grasp of like what the actual problem is, I would like to talk about what's being done to combat it. So it's pretty popular for large, let me move a slide here. Yeah, so it's pretty popular for certain homeless advocacy groups to become large and overbloated and really, try to make big national sweeping change when I think it's most effectively fought at a localized and personal level. So federal money aimed at solving the problem, it rarely gets to where it's trying to those who it's trying to support. Whereas local organizations, you can actually see the effect your money and time has on the population. And just local problem solvers have a better understanding of local problems. So the Cincinnati Homeless Coalition is a great organization to support. They are a local shelter. They were founded in the 80s, and their goal is to support local homeless shelters and small-scale charity to ensure that the resources that are donated there can actually meet the people they're trying to actually get to the people they're trying to help. So supporting a organization like this, as I mentioned earlier, you can really see the impact And not only that, but the money and or services are changing hands less frequently, so there's less likelihood of the money not reaching its intended target. So this organization is a unified social action agency, and it's fully committed to its ultimate goal, the eradication of homelessness. So that is according to their website, and I would like to talk a little bit about how you can help with this organization. So first off, you can donate a couple dollars here and there to support what they do. Like I said, there's less changing of the hands of the money, so more chance that it can actually go to where it's supposed to. Not only that, but they have a advocacy speaker program where you can host a homelessness advocate speaker, and so that can garner donations for the program and also just raise overall awareness. Something as simple as donating as a couple dollars or hosting a speaker at like your campus, for example, or just your workplace even, can really make a big impact, especially when it's at a local level like this. So not only those two ways to help out that I just mentioned, but you can also volunteer your time. You can help out, give them a call, see what all needs done. Maybe it's mask making, maybe it's helping out with the food pantry, but you can donate your time if you don't have the couple bucks to spare. So homelessness, it's I hope you all can see the problem and see sort of a meaningful solution that happens sort of counterintuitively, which is outside of these big organizations that promise, sweeping change. And it's more about helping out at the local level to where you can see and hear the differences that you're making, and just, local problems, I think, require local solutions. So, in summary, homelessness is a persistent problem that needs to be addressed on a small scale, and as a result of small scale efforts can then spread to the rest of neighboring communities and just help our home base first. And so just remember that empathy goes a long way. Just remember that you may end up one day yourself, and everyone needs a helping hand. So thank you.